Hello, Gemini. What is up? Welcome to Flavored Vivid. For those of you guys that are new here, my name is Carissa. The way that I do my readings is intuitively. I like to start off in your etheric energy, ground it down to the physical, some general messages. I pull a spread on your finances and career. I pull a spread on your love life, and then I close it out with spirit guide messages. Today I'm dressed up as Ula from 51st Dates, and as he famously says, you'd be surprised. This isn't even, or this is my good eye, and he points to his other eye, but this one's my good eye. Okay, literally, I wear glasses and contacts, so this one's my only good eye. Okay, so with all that said, you have a bunch of, I can barely hear under this mop, honestly. Do you guys like my new hair though? Anyways, yes, and then these things I'm pretty sure will only fit a child, because they definitely did not fit my kahunas. But we're having fun with it. And this thing, I'm really hoping I don't choke on it like I did that one year. So yeah, I did brush it with a comb though, so I think we're good. Okay, Geminis, you guys have nothing but fulfillment and surprises coming in for you guys. Genuinely, you've been working really hard here. I definitely see that your third eye is popping. Your third eye is your good eye right now, okay? And this is already set in stone. You guys got the judgment. This is where it's like clarity is coming in, or you're seeing something very clearly. You have something very clearly planned out that's definitely going to work in your favor. But you are very self-sufficient right now. There was this a balance between like almost like being in survival, and I don't know, it's like you woke up in a different timeline almost. You're like waking up in this new journey, this brand new path, brand new day. Okay, you also got the cauldron card here, and the cauldron card talks about, things brewing for you. It talks about you creating that magic, right? And so I feel like you've had your hand in a bunch of different areas. Some of you guys, it's about like, let's say that you want to become a millionaire, right? Okay, that's totally fine. But it's about having like multiple streams of income, not putting all your eggs into one basket. Or for others of you guys, this is about like really working on your manifestation and making it a daily ritual, not just like one time generalized manifestation. Thank you. You guys like it? Aquariums make me horny. So, and all of his other famous quotes. What does he say? Sharks only bite if you touch their private parts. So, I don't know. I love 51st Dates. If you've ever seen 51st Dates, it's like one of my favorite movies. I love Adam Sandler, but anyways, Ula from 51st Dates. Okay, so you guys, with the cauldron card, again, I want you to continue this manifestation. Like, this is something like daily where, let's say, okay, for example, like a lot of people, they make money bowls and they're like, oh, my money bowl will be good for the month. No, it won't. No, it won't. You want to put daily intention into it, even if you're just walking by your money bowl and you're like, ching, ching, ching goes the money tree. That is something. That is, lighting a candle by it for a few seconds to activate that money bowl for the day, whatever it may be. So it's something consistent that you're doing with the cauldron card, okay? But I absolutely love this for you. You have a lot of stamina, you have a lot of wisdom, and it's like you have been putting in the work and you're waiting for your payoff, and baby, your payoff is here. Like, it is set in stone. With that judgment card, it is set in stone. I do feel like there is something here, though, for whatever reason, I'm getting like, bless you. Wifey's homesick today. My whole family has the plague. So, not really. We don't really have the plague, but basically, that's what it feels like. So, anyways, but there's something here that I was picking up on for you, Geminis, where, and this person's either gonna tell on themselves, okay, with you'll receive clarity soon, or it's like you already know, and you say something that makes them tell on themselves, okay? So somebody's probably lying to you or trying to seduce you, like overpromise. Hold on, this thing's like glued onto my lip, man. It's like, my whole lip is gone and it feels weird. Am I mumbling? I got an accent right now? Okay. I should have practiced with the mustache here. Okay. I should shave it. How do men do this? How do you guys do this? Props to you. If I did it, I would definitely twirl it and like make it handlebar, yeah. So that my girl could ride a bike with no handlebars. Okay.
But you'd have handlebars.
Yeah, but you'd no hands. Okay, I'm really channeling Ula today. Anyways, you guys, there's somebody around you who may be lying to you or something. You just know something and you're not wrong. So trust your intuition is essentially what I'm trying to say. I feel like you're gonna end up getting them to confess something to you, whatever that may be. It's like they're trying to seduce you, overpromise things to you, and it's not going to work. It's not going to work. Now, your relationship sector is really good. We've got wedding rings. So you guys could definitely be like officiating some type of union. You could be getting engaged, getting married. You could be looking at rings or talking about your future with your partner at this point in time. Okay. But there's some sort of like eternal love or some sort of like soul promise. I don't think you'll ever hear me say this on my channel, at least not often, but I feel like you and another person, like your souls made a promise to each other. Okay. And it's like you came here to specifically like find each other. Like there's something really big about your guys' soul connection. Like it is a soul connection. All right. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be without trials or tribulations. You know, every romance has those ups and downs, right? But it's just like your souls are meant to be together. And it's a really beautiful energy. You guys could be planning a wedding, or again getting engaged or something like that. You could be attending a wedding as well. I don't feel that as much though, but that could be for, you know, very few of you who feel like I'm single Carissa. We'll see what comes up in your reading. Let's go ahead and start shuffling live. Messages please for the Geminis. Tell me about all this abundance coming in for them. All right, you've got, Graveyard here. This is a song that bellows in the peace of knowing no end and acknowledging the crossroads of eternity. And then you have voices right behind it. Okay, so with Graveyard, it just represents like endings and beginnings. It's kind of like the death card where it's like the transformation. And that's what I was saying about you guys. You guys were at this crossroads, or you still are if you're in this crossroads energy. But I want you to know, like, this new beginning is really coming in. It's not even just like a new chapter. It's like an entire new book, you know? It's like going from being an electrician to becoming an author. Like it's a completely different switch. Like the switch up is just unreal is what I'm getting. It's just night and day. They're complete opposites of each other. But that's what's happening in your life right now. Card number 18, breaking out to the number 9. The number 9 is, you know, Sagittarius energy, 9th house, right? This spirit really wants you to get connected to like your ancestors and your guides, especially right now while the veil is extremely thin. I think it's always thin, but you know, everybody's a little bit different. And so right now, pay attention to like your dreams. This is a great time to be praying if you pray, or using mantras, meditation, sitting at your altar, whatever you like to do. Okay, this is a great time for all of that right now. It's like these different versions of you. Like if you look in this card here, it's like all the same girl, but it's like different versions in here. And so it's like all these different versions, honoring all the different versions of you. It's almost like you've lived 1,000 lifetimes in one. That's something that I like to say a lot, especially with I have like an 8th house stellium in my chart. So I always feel like I've lived multiple lifetimes in one lifetime. And that's what I'm getting for you right now. It's kind of this energy here of multiple lifetimes in one, different versions of you, this is going to be a whole new life. Yeah, a whole new life. You got the camel card here as your overall. We already talked about it. Some of you guys could be traveling soon, where there could be some sort of significant travel coming up. Tell me about these general messages. What does Gemini need to know right now? Gemini's energy. Thank you. You got the police, the popo. Mrs. Officer, you could be dressing up as a police officer for Halloween or something. Okay, some of you guys could be, I just heard riots as well. Let's start a riot. Yeah, okay. Who is that? 3 Days Grace, yeah. That song just popped in my head. You could have been protesting. Shout out to you. We love that. We love that, as in me and my wife. My ancestors and guides too. Okay, you could be a police officer, all right? But right now you need to be on the lookout because there's things coming to light. There's somebody here around you who's trying to be sneaky with the fox card. I already intuitively picked that up. I love that, okay? You just had to pick your cousin up from the police? No. Oh boy, I hope they're okay. I hope everything's good. If you see people snatching food from the grocery store, no, you did not, okay? Food is a basic human right. I don't care. Anyways, let's go ahead and see here. So there might be somebody who's kind of lying to you, all right? They're trying to be sneaky. You're going to see straight through it, though. And so with the police officer, it's kind of like make sure that you're investigating this energy around you. I don't know who it is, okay? But make sure you're investigating before investing too much into that, all right? But just know that like what goes up must come down. What happens in the dark comes to light, you know, and that's what this Ferris wheel card really talks about here. Listen to your intuition. Again, it's very strong. And some of you guys don't focus on moving too fast, okay? Definitely, this is a time for you to slow down so that you don't burn out. With the sit card, you have the sit card here. You gotta file a police report for your Shane order being stolen. Worst kind of evil. Going for the new clothes, not the new clothes. Hey, I do have a question though. Can we still order from Shane? Or is like tariffs getting involved? I don't know. I haven't. I hardly ever go shopping, you guys. I used to be like weirdly obsessed with it, but for the past few years, it's just I've been like minimizing and like only, you know, if anybody wants to donate like a dehydrator though or KitchenAid mixer, I would love one of those for Christmas. Your girl's in her like sourdough era. This is DeLorean. She's rising right now. She's a rising queen. Okay, we freaking love her. Her babies, her insurance babies, are currently in my bathroom. All right. But anyways, yeah. Are you guys in your sourdough area? No, me only. I'm obsessed. I got loaves to bake, so you know. But that's DeLorean, like the DeLorean from Back to the Future, because I'm a nerd. Okay, back to you guys. Back to Gemini. Listen to, I feel like, okay, thank you, that's very clear. Some of you guys need to spend some time near water. You know, or there's something here about like cleansing, because you're picking up intuitively like the depression in the collective. So be mindful of the depression in the collective and it impacting you. You know, it's really important just to like recenter yourselves, and I feel like a lot of you guys are going to be doing that through water during this time right now. Okay. Make sure that you're taking time for yourself. Make sure you're prioritizing yourself as well. Let's go ahead and get some clarity on this. Tell me about the police. We got the Eight of Pumpkins in reverse. All right. And the Five of Wands in reverse. Okay, so I don't see any big trouble, but there might be somebody who has to pay like, you know, a pretty good ticket. Eight of Pumpkins or Eight of Pentacles is like a pretty hefty amount, you know. So yeah, I'm hearing $300+. So somebody might have a ticket that they might end up having to pay or receive a fine or something like that. All right. And it actually could be for theft, although, you know, Seven of Swords is more so theft. I'm feeling that intuitively here with the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse as well. And I do know, obviously, your girl, our friend watching here, you know, she got her package stolen. So yeah, but that didn't come to mind. I am seeing somebody stealing from a store. So they might have got caught up stealing from a store. I just heard paraphernalia as well. So maybe you got caught up, you know, with a little ganjas. All right. Queen of Cups here. Just be careful about emotional manipulation, though. Again, for others of you guys, we already intuitively said this, where, you know, somebody might not be telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So stay clear that you might have somebody who's trying to like ask you to borrow some sort of money or something like that. That is up to you. Is there the World card and the Ten of Pumpkins in reverse? It could be a family member that's asking to borrow money. It's up to you if you want to do it. I don't see really any harm in it, but just be mindful that it's not like a heavy pattern, Ace of Swords in reverse, and that they're not lying to you. Like if you give somebody money or let somebody borrow money, I'll just do it out of like, I don't think I'm ever going to get this back, and that's okay. All right, that's kind of what I'm getting here with this, unfortunately. I just don't think that they're going to be in a position to be able to pay you back for a while. Tell me about blue and sit. Okay, we've got the Hierophant in the reverse. Yeah, you really need to reconnect with spirit right now, okay? You have a lot of wisdom and stuff like that, but for some of you guys, there's a little bit of blurred lines between, like, your own energy and the collective energy around you. Your mom always said, just assume you will not get it back. Exactly. And that's really the position right now, okay? I do see you guys being a bit rebellious during this time. and you're trying like to ignore your intuitive hits of like resting and taking some time out for yourself because you want to hurry up and get to some sort of finish line in a way. But spirit is asking you like, hey, slow down. Like there's a time and place for rebellion, and right now is not it. You do need to really listen to your spirit, to your mind, your body, etc. Okay. Tell me about the Ferris wheel. The Six of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, there's somebody who tried to keep something hidden, or they are trying to keep something hidden from you. What is this about, though? They're going to fail doing it, obviously, because, again, the Ferris wheel is what goes up must come down. What happens in the dark comes to light, right? And with the Six of Wands in the reverse, it's failure. They do want this private, though. Like, they really tried to hide it. Tell me. They really try to hide it. There's some sort of secret. Got a secret. Can you keep it? No, bitch. Geminis cannot. Three of Swords in the reverse. I feel like it's going to be really healing to you, but they're afraid to tell you because it might hurt your feelings, or you're afraid to tell somebody the truth because it might hurt their feelings. This is going to be a time of just like honesty, for, unfortunately. Yeah, Eight of Cups in the reverse. Somebody's just not going to be able to ignore it anymore. You're not going to be able to ignore it anymore. You might call it out or something like that. I mean, take it out as it resonates for you. Tell me about the Fox card. The Fox card is clarified by the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody's just afraid, like, it's selfish. Yeah, okay. It's selfish and it's not. A lot of times people lie or like withhold information because they're afraid that they're going to lose the other person in whatever way that looks like, whether it's romantically, friendship, the closeness of the connection, whatever it may be. And there's, so many nuances and layers to that. But the truth is like when you're not honest with the person, you don't give them the ability to choose properly for themselves. And so it's like you're dishonoring their sovereignty and their free will. And, energetically, it does come off as manipulative and more low vibrational, but I do understand where it comes from. And that's just kind of what I'm getting here. Somebody is lying out of fear or not saying something out of fear, which is kind of selfish. But I do see them being honest, and I feel like you're the type of person where it's like, you'd listen to it and you'd be like, oh, well, that's not that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I accept you regardless. I accept your shadow and your light. This person might have a hard time, being accepted for all of who they are. And that might be where that comes from. I do see it's something that you will be able to move past and work through, though, and make the right decisions, okay? But there might be a couple of holes in somebody's story. I'm seeing holes, like with Shia LaBeouf. I think that was a Disney Channel movie. But, yeah. Oh, that had to deal with theft, too. No, it didn't. He didn't, what was that one? Basketball shoes or something like that fell on top of him over a freeway or something, and he went to jail for, I don't know. Yeah, just be careful. There might be somebody in some sort of like dangerous activity and they're kind of like lying about their role in it. Just be mindful, okay? If you have a bad feeling about something right now, oh yeah, I heard Final Destination. If you have a bad feeling about something right now, listen to it. Kind of like that girl in Final Destination, where she didn't get on the plane. Just be careful with that. Let's go ahead and get into your finances and career. Tell me about all the good stuff coming in for Geminis right now. Okay. You're definitely going through major endings and beginnings right now. Star power. Oh, that was one of the costumes that I wanted to be this year, but I did not. Oh, you got surprised out here again. I didn't even realize that. Came right back out. Overall energy. Okay, so Superstar, though. Superstar would be such a good costume. Maybe next year. I always do multiple here, so I'll have other chances. Okay, so you have a surprise coming in. I feel like it kind of might seem... Kate, you're putting in a lot of hard work towards something, and things are going to come in for you. Not exactly the way that you expect them to, though. And that's what I'm getting, like, the surprise is. So the surprise, and then you have star power. Your recent past energy is looking, and then you have gears here as well. And then you have the coffin card in the reverse, okay? With the coffin card being in the reverse, it's like you're not making bad investments. I feel like there's a little bit of self-doubt, though, in, like, what you're doing. Like, is this going to pay off right? Is this coming out correctly here, but it is. You know, again, don't be afraid to rest. The gears card is about like making sure all the gears are connected, and you see how this big one right here is not really connected to that. That might need some time off to kind of rest in this situation. Some of you guys are going to gain some sort of like influence or popularity, definitely being in the public eye. Yes, please like the video. Thank you, Astral. Appreciate that. This is stepping into the spotlight in some sort of way. This could be you stepping into the spotlight at work. You know, it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, you could be a bartender and it's like your management is really noticing everything that you're doing. Or, you know, you could be an electrician and you saved a house from a house fire. You know, anything of that sort. Let's go ahead and clarify these things. So I definitely feel like your bills are under control. Some of you guys could have just recently paid off debt, or there's something here about saving money, you know, consolidating your debt. I just heard as well. Credit scores are coming up too, okay? Some of you guys are crunching numbers right now to see if something's possible, and or you work, what is that? You might be an accountant. Okay, some of you guys are getting a brand new job, and it's like this energy of you starting immediately, or like even headhunted. Show me what we got here. Yeah, 3 cups right away, which is celebration, support, celebration. Okay, we have the 7 of Wands in the reverse. Spirit's asking you to let down your guard so that the surprise can come in. Like, you know, don't be so rigid. Yeah, I definitely see that you're being very, very, very strategic. You're trying to keep things to yourself right now. You know, you're not telling anybody what you got going on, but you are listening to your intuition, and your intuition is strong. Your third eye is popping, okay? Like, believe it or not, this is my good eye. Literally, you're channeling Ula right now. Let's see. Star power here, please. Thank you. There's the Sun card. That's great. Leo energy, and you got the Death card here. So Leo, Scorpio energy is showing up very strongly here. But this is just like imminent transformation and change. Going through this like glow up, being very successful, very happy. It's very positive energy for you. And this could come after some sort of, you know, like you thought you weren't going to make it is kind of what I'm getting. Tell me about... Thank you. The Devil card in the reverse. Yeah, there's nothing to fear. Really, there's nothing to fear here. Some of you guys, again, you're moving into like stress-free money, stress-free income. With Ace of Swords in the reverse, I feel like you don't believe me though, and that's okay. Sometimes I'll listen to readings, like especially the ones on TikTok, and they'll show up randomly when I'm, you know, against my own free will, and then they'll say something. And I'm like, yeah, that's not me, but. You know, it's just my own stuff. And then it happens 3 days later. I'm like, what the I would have never guessed. But yeah, so it's just kind of that energy that I'm getting where you might be a little hesitant. Like, it's not going to happen to you, but it is. All right, of course it is. You've earned it. You've worked for it. I want you to reprogram your mind and tell yourself that you deserve this. Anything else? Thank you. The Tower card. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise. It's going to be a surprise with the Tower. Genuinely. Yeah, Page of Swords. But it's the exact surprise that you've been, like, looking towards, okay? And it might come in unexpected ways. I think I already said that though, but the Tower card is also unexpected ways here. So again, you've got a big surprise heading in for you, Gemini's big one. And don't put all your eggs in one basket, and don't expect it, you know, to come from the left when it's meant to come from the right, or like come up like a groundhog, or drop in, you know, in a parachute, like, you know, freebase style. The Tower, interesting. Okay, so yeah, so again, you've got a lot coming on. There's gonna be a lot of talk about what's going on in your life too, once it happens, like once it's rolling. I feel like there's a lot of people that are gonna be talking about, like, oh, did you see this happened for Gemini? Do you see da-da-da? Like, I don't know, it's this energy of like a lot of talk. Let's get into love life, please. Messages, please, for Gemini's love life. We've got the Mirror card. You've got Sword in the Rose and Separation. This is way different energy. And then you've got Cupid's Arrow. Overall energy is Love Call. Yeah, okay. Sorry, hold on. Let me just clarify this and I'll share what I just got. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Overall, the High Priestess. So basically, what I'm getting here, okay, so the original message that I got for you guys at the beginning of the reading, that still stands for whoever that was for. This one's a little bit different though. Keep in mind, my love portion is about matters of the heart. So you can really care about a friend. It doesn't have to be, you know, romantic. It can be platonic, right? It could be a family member. You know, anybody that you genuinely care about matters in your heart, all right? Car alarm going off. Yeah, that's a signal. Matters in your heart. Okay, so for some of you guys, this is not romantic at all. So the mirror card here, I feel like you're triggering somebody, and you know they try to deny it for a while, try to act like practical and stable in some sort of way, but it was triggering them, and they were running from it. They were running from the truth, like they were separating themselves from the truth here with the 8 of Pumpkins. This could be somebody that you work with, or they're like stressed about money, and so you know, they weren't communicating as well as they could have been communicating with you. I do feel like there's some sort of new beginning coming in. If you were in separation with somebody, they definitely want to come back around. I do believe we're going into a retrograde here, though, soon. Like, is another week or two or something like that. I need to brush up on my astrology. I haven't looked at the astrology charts in a couple days. Life's been busy here, and I've been babysitting DeLorean, so I almost killed her. It was an accident, okay? I accidentally fed her bleached flour, and she was pissed. As anybody would be. If I drank bleach, I'd be pissed too. So, anyway, she's been being babysat, and I learned the hard way after rebuilding her up that I need her babies for insurance. So now we've got multiple jars of DeLorean here, and she's perfectly fine again. She's happy again. That was a rough day for both of us. She stressed me the fuck out. She was stressed out. That's a reflection of what's going on in this reading. I feel like a lot of you guys are stressed out in a certain way here. But somebody wants to come back around. They want to put the work in this time. Somebody that you've been separated from. This could be an old friend, a very close friend. Basically, there's some sort of reconciliation coming up. But do be careful of Mercury retrograde, okay? You know, be mindful of your decisions. I do feel like somebody's going to come in though and express how much they love and they care about you, and they've been holding this and they've been keeping this to themselves. You could be dealing with a Pisces, you could be dealing with a Taurus. All right, you could have Pisces or Taurus in your chart. You don't have to. And those are the only two like major energies that I have here. The thing is like I would make sure, since it is Mercury retrograde, I would just make sure that this person, you know, is proving things through their actions, not their words. Like they're really doing things differently for you this time, okay? Because you don't want to be screwed over, and I feel like this person's going to come in, things going to move like lightning, it's going to be super fast, you know, and then it's going to be kind of like back to the old behavior, whatever broke you guys up in the first place or tore you guys apart in the first place. Yeah, Page of Cups in the reverse. So make sure that that's sincere and truly emotionally available to this deep connection. Otherwise, I do see this as some sort of wish fulfillment for someone here, but, you know, again, really research it to make sure that this is wish fulfillment and not just somebody, again, making false promises. The Death card here. You could be dealing with Scorpio, or you could have Scorpio in your chart, okay? But this is a new beginning. Somebody is coming in for a new beginning here with you. This person could have been stressed out about money as well. There could have been some sort of factors here that were playing out in this person's life that was kind of taking them away from you in a certain way. You know, that happens, especially in this economy. I mean, yeah, at the rate that everything's going, I'm gonna like, my kids are gonna be able to inherit DeLorean, but that's about it. So, and a really cool ballroom in the presidential house that we'll never visit, but that's about it. The mustache is doing it for you. That's what my wife said. She's like, I didn't think I had a mustache kink. So, yeah. Anyways, she's sweating it out here next to me. Poor thing. She's so sick right now. Not having it. Okay. Yeah, somebody basically tried to sabotage their way out of your life, but they're coming back. Make sure they put in the work, though, okay? Make them work. Let's go ahead and close out this reading. All right. Closing out for you. You guys always love when I dress up in, like, these guy costumes. They're always the most fun for me though too. I like to make Halloween fun. You know, what's that saying where it's like, in girl world, you know, you got ones that dress up like super slutty, and those are cool though. You know, as a lesbian, I definitely like seeing that. But I'm definitely more the one that's like handmade spooky costumes or funny costumes, you know, that type of stuff. Okay, we've got block chakras in the reverse, and I am definitely getting your, ooh, psychic attack. Interesting. I was gonna say crown chakra too. I feel like just be careful of overthinking, and again, make sure you recenter yourself. Fill back up your own cup, okay? Especially with psychic attack being here. It's not really your energy, it's like collective energy. And I'm not saying the collective is attacking you, you know, but we can absorb that too much. And there is definitely, obviously, a major spiritual warfare going on in the collective right now, and we can all see that. You are in alignment with your soul's blueprint. Okay, and important downloads are coming. Yeah, and that's why the block chakras came up in the reverse, because I feel like you're having all these downloads come through. You're really connected right now. Like your third eye is popping. You're just gonna know when somebody's freaking lying to you. Finances and home life are stable. Stay blessed. We'd love to see that. Continue those blessings and trust your intuition on this. Okay, very beautiful. Overall energy is you are manifesting rapidly, so think positively. Beautiful, beautiful reading from head to toe. Baby, you is fine, okay? I love this for you guys. Happy fulfillment, genuinely. Pay attention, though, to whoever you think is lying to you and hone in on whatever spirit has to say about that, okay? Just to protect yourself. I love you guys. Don't forget to like this reading. See you next time. Bye.